doesn't really matter what time of year it is. It seems like we're always doing a little bit of pruning, whether it's first thing in the spring when we're out pruning and getting our fruit trees ready for the season, or if it's in the middle of summer when we're pruning our flowering shrubs after they're done blooming, or in the fall when we're shearing our evergreens. There's pruning that's going on pretty much year-round. One of the most important things we can do is have the right tools and have sharp tools to do a good job. And so it's very important that we keep our tools sharp and well maintained so that as we're out doing our pruning, we have a good sharp tool. It's a much safer tool to have when it's sharp because it does the cutting quickly and easily than a dull tool that's probably a much more dangerous tool in the first place. So I've got my very own hand pruners here, and I keep them pretty well sharpened. There's a couple different ways we can do that, and there's probably two important ways to start off with. One is with a stone. You can use a stone, a sharpening stone, to keep your tools nice and sharp. And I'm not going to use a stone today to show you how to sharpen because there's actually an easier way to do it. But the stones do a very, very good job. Will put a nice fine edge on your blades. If you've got some serious problems, like if you've notched your blade, Corona makes a really neat tool that's a screwdriver. So out on the tip, there's a blade for a screwdriver, so you can actually do a little bit of maintenance on your pruners. You can loosen or tighten screws. It also has a socket, kind of a socket wrench right here, so will fit a couple different sizes of bolts, so it'll actually fit in there, and you can actually turn the bolts on your pruner as well with this particular tool. So it's a really handy dandy tool, but it's got a diamond file on it. The diamond file is great for taking notches out of the blade. So if there were a notch in my blade, which there isn't, you could just take that right out with the diamond file, and it'll just kind of clean some of that damage that happens just through normal wear and tear on your pruners. And you can clean those pruners up so that you don't have any notches in the blade. They'll cut a lot cleaner if you don't have any notches. But the tool that I use the most of is actually one I can just keep in my back pocket all the time. That's where I usually keep it. And this is just a steel sharpening tool. And what I'll do is, after I've made maybe 15 or 20 cuts, I'll just pull my sharpener out and just swipe it along my blade about 5 times on this side. Turn over, do about 3 or 4 on the other side. Turn back over, about 5 on this side again. And it keeps my pruner nice and sharp, so when I'm doing those pruning cuts, I don't have to work as hard. It cuts a lot cleaner, and my blade's sharp all the time, so I just get a much cleaner, nicer cut. And it's so easy to do, very inexpensive, really easy to keep on your person all the time when you're doing some pruning. And you can sharpen loppers, you can sharpen hand pruners with it, and you can also sharpen shears with it. And it just keeps your workload a lot lighter when you have really good sharp tools.